I'm Joe Murray. Got you guys. Hey, we got 90 minutes tonight. We've had games every single night. We got another one tonight as the Celtics are on the road in Memphis. Yeah, I'm walking in Memphis. Do-do-do-do-da-do-dee. Put on my blue suede shoes. Speaking of using your an instrument there, Big Jim, it's the old voice walking in Memphis tonight. Is John Morant playing? Does John Morant still? What is going on with him? I guess we'll have to find that out. Jake's here tonight, as we'll take you up, guys, until 7:30 tonight at 617-779-0985. That's the number. A lot to get into here. I wanted to get into some Red Sox stuff. As I watched their spring training game, and Alex Cora had some things to say. Are you excited? A week from tomorrow? Oh, a week from yesterday, excuse me. Opening day. You guys feeling the buzz? I saw something today regarding the Patriots that I got the sniffer out. Something's going on with them that we'll certainly get into. And Celtics again played tonight. I got some Jaylen Brown stuff I wanted to get into. And, of course, the Bruins. And this is where I wanted to start off tonight. Are the Bruins good? Our opening take, of course, presented by Super Service today. The snow is melting fast, raising groundwater levels and flooding basements. Is your current sump pump up to the task? Call Super Service today for a basement protection solution to keep your home safe and dry, guaranteed day or night, and always done right. Contact superservicetoday.com. Also, don't forget, if you need a little AC unit or a heater, whatever you need, call my guys over there, Tim. They'll be there day or night, always done right. The Bruins good. I've been thinking about it. And just to set it up, we've had games all week long. So if you listen, every night like you do, and I'm glad you all do, thank you very much. When you listen to a Bruins game or watch a Bruins game and you actually invest the time into it, they're a fighting club. Like they're in every single game. They're coached well, but they beat themselves. And that's a talent issue. Like, they're still a retooling team, but they have a lot of pillars. Charlie McAvoy, David Pastrnak, and now Jeremy Swayman, clearly. But you got some other good players in Pavel Zacha, and really whatever young player they put up there, where they bring them up, they score, they play well. It happened again last night. But I think we all needed last night. Because this week, if you've been watching, on Saturday they had the 12-round shootout, which, woof. But they won. They got the point. Then the other night, they're in the overtime, and they lose with 6 seconds left. And you're like, come on. Then, with 22 seconds to go, they lose again in overtime. And to me, it's just a tough watch. It's been drama every night. Like this is why I'm asking, are they good? I've taken calls after games of people saying, yeah, I think they do get into the playoffs, but they'll lose in the first round. Like, that, to me, doesn't want me to discuss a good team. But I'm looking into it a little bit. And last night, we finally got ourselves a drama-free game. I needed it. I needed it. I think they did too. 6 different scorers lighting the lamp. David Pastrnak continues to stay hot. But Jeremy Swayman really was the story, who is the hottest goalie when it comes to playing at home in the league. When it comes to goals against and save percentage, playing at home, he's great. He's the best. They also have the best home ice record in the NHL, 26 wins this year at home. So there's a lot of things. They have, leading goal scorers. They have, points guys, all that. David Pasternak's up there. Morgan Geeky's up there. So when I look at it, they're the first wild card team. They're playing teams every single night now the rest of the way that, are in playoff contention. And if you look at all those teams, they have the toughest schedule. So when I ask the question, are the Bruins good, I want to hear from you. 617-779-0985. If you really want to dive deep into it, yeah, they're in a rebuild. Yep, they're retooling. They've made some good trades. The trade they made this year, sometimes not making trades at all is the right one. But they get a minor league player in a trade, and boom, Lucas Reichel scores last night. It's been like that all year long. all year long. Whoever they put up, whether it's Steve's, whether it's somebody else, they bring them up, they play well. It's a part of their system. It's a compliment to their system and what Marco Sturm has put in place, and I think their defense has played better. But if you really want to look into it, are the Bruins a good team? I would sit here today and tell you, yeah. I would tell you yes. And feel free to battle me if you'd like. But if you look at the standings, right? You got Buffalo, Carolina, Tampa Bay, and then the Bruins have 38 wins. Detroit has 38 wins. The Islanders, and if you look at points, the Wings and Bruins are tied at 84 points, and they'll meet tomorrow. Columbus is in there. Pittsburgh's in there. But they can beat Pittsburgh. They've already done it. They beat Montreal's a team they can beat despite losing the other night. But how many points have they given away? Think of how many times they've lost a game late or had a turnover late or let a game go or not play well on the road. So if I ask you, are the Bruins a good team? I'm going to say yeah. They have left points on the ice. And it does come down to Jeremy Swayman the rest of the way. It does. And I don't mean to put the pressure on anybody, but you know what? It's time. Swayman has been good. I'm going to give him his flowers. The adversity he's faced, there's nobody in this town, and I mean it. What athlete takes on more, who doesn't get enough credit for what he's done this year than Jeremy Swayman? Again, I give you all the numbers, the accolades. Playing at home, 17 wins, all that. Just good last night. They needed that. They needed that type of performance. We did too, by the way. Can he do it now the rest of the way with the schedule? I'll give you the schedule coming up in just a bit. Certainly want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on the Bees. They're an improving team that is well coached. And maybe it is an indictment on the rest of the NHL. But I know Buffalo's great. But the Bees can play against any of these teams. Carolina, Penguins. I'm just looking at it. Like, they can play with them. But they've left points on the ice, no doubt about it. I know in the Western Conference, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, even Anaheim for that matter. Edmonton, they're falling now. Vegas. Utah's a playoff team this year. When it comes to the Eastern Conference, the Bees can beat anybody. I truly believe that. But it's going to come down to their goaltending and how they play the rest of this stretch here. That is very difficult. It used to be that the Bruins' identity was their goaltending. They're getting their secondary scoring. They're getting it. Now they need secondary goaltending. How about that? The rest of the way. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. We got Jake here tonight as well. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.
This gives it some juice. I got some juice after this one. You got what I need to say he's just a friend. Where is the juice on the Bees, everybody? Where is it? The Bruins are in the playoffs as of today. It's the first day of spring. And there's no juice. Last night after the game, I get a couple of people, yeah, we really needed this one, but they're going to lose in the first round. Or if they make the playoffs, they're going to lose. Where is the juice? I've worked at this station for 15 years. I've worked Stanley Cup wins. I've worked Stanley Cup losses. I've worked playoff losses. I've done it all. Have you all been beaten to death by their performance over the years? Is that what it is? Do you not believe in Marco Sturm? Do you not believe in David Pastrnak or Jeremy Swayman or even Charlie McAvoy for that matter? Like, I ask a question and nobody's there. Nobody. Nothing. Phone lines quiet. Not really much in the chat. Do you just don't think the Bruins are worth talking about? Do you want me to talk more Patriots and their offseason and draft? Do you want me to talk about my bracket? Where is the juice? Want me to talk Red Sox? Because I can get into them too. Do you think there's a buzz for them? You think there's going to be a buzz after the World Baseball Classic? Like, where is the juice on the Bees? I come in on a Friday. We got a 90 minutes before the show. I think of a leadoff take, and all I have is the Bruins. All I have, because I thought it was good last night. I feel like Jeremy Swayman has taken a step. I feel like they had 6 different goal scorers last night. I think they got secondary scoring, and their defense is playing well, and they score a goal on the power play that's been so bad, and like you wondered who the new coach was going to be. You wonder all these things about them, and here they are in a playoff race, and there's no juice. Nothing. I can't even feel a pulse from you fans anymore. Is it because you've been beaten up? Is it because you know that they maybe don't have it? Is that it? Like, should they tank the final 13 games or whatever it is here? Where's the juice when it comes to the Bees? Because I want the Bruins. I work nights. I want playoffs. I want those games. I want to talk about it. I want to break down what happened in the third period. I want to talk about some of the guys that are ascending this year. You want to talk 7th player award? Is it Hustadinov? Is it Minton? Who is it? Where is all that juice and where is it gone? Is it because they don't have the star power anymore? Do they trade everybody away, all your favorite players, and now you don't know what jersey to get anymore? Where is the buzz? I'm almost upset with you all. I'm upset. They scored 6 goals last night against the gold medal winning goalie from the Olympics. And you got nothing for me today? Nothing? I'm actually upset with you all. You used to always be get into the playoffs. You never know. A hot goaltender, Joe. How many hockey hardos have called me over the years and told me they're snake bitten? Hate that phrase. Or puck luck. Out. Where are you today? Your team is literally in the playoffs. Nothing. No pulse at all. Are you fired up for baseball season now? Is that what it is? You ready for the baseball hour to start next week at 6 o'clock on Wednesday? We move to 7 o'clock. Is that what you're excited for? Where's the pulse of the Bruins fans anymore? Because I'm calling you out. You finally have a second line. You know how many times I have worked a Bruins game? And, the second line. They needed a second line this year. They have no secondary scoring. They have a second line now. Middlestat, Arvidsson, Zaka. It's one of the best second lines in hockey. Well, the secondary scoring, they have it. You can put Pastrnak with anybody. They're getting all the secondary scoring from their third. They found guys in trades. No buzz at all from any of you. Jake, do you want to share any of this? Because I now I feel like I'm calling out Bruins fans who call me out all the time for not talking Bees, and here I am. And where are they?
No, you should call them out because this is what we've talked about. Is that talk Bruins sometimes? I've seen on the YouTube numbers too. The numbers sometimes just don't reflect what some of the other content does, even though takes and the content, I feel, is passionate. You were passionate the whole first segment. Luckily, we got some phone calls lining up now, but it's interesting just how much the perception has changed. It's an interesting case study.
I'm disappointed. And don't get me wrong, I work nights. I love to do shows, but like when the teams are good, I love playoff action. And I'll stay till 1, 2, whatever, however long you want me to stay at night, I will. But like the Bees got something here. Tomorrow is, imagine, what do you need? Do you need Bergeron? Do you need Chara and Marchand? And you need Allmark? Or who do you, Tuca? You need them back in net to be excited about a big game? Tomorrow is a huge game for the Bees. No pulse. No buzz. Nothing.
I will say Garvin told me that the hockey show on Saturday mornings has a good call volume. So
well,
maybe
great.
It's just a Monday to Friday problem, I guess.
Oh. Maybe we're not doing a good enough job talking about it. Maybe I should be to blame. Maybe I'm the problem here, not talking about the Bees enough. Because I do it every night.
You host the broadcast, too.
I'm literally working between the games, post games, you name it. Plus, you can't hear the hockey show tomorrow. I believe it's 9 a.m., Ty Anderson and the guys. Where's the pulse? Okay, so this is what I got. Second line. The second line, they have one. How about Lucas Reichel? Do you like him last night? Former first-round pick, comes up right away, scores a goal on Hellebuck. Had an assist as well, 2 points. Ho-hum, just come on up. Like, what do you need for the buzz for the Bees? I'm looking at my Twitter right now. Nobody cares about the Bruins, the Celtics, or the story. I'll get into the Celtics. But, like, what is it? You got a big game tomorrow against Detroit. All you are is playing good teams. If you don't believe it, just tell me. But, like, here's the upcoming schedule, right? I have it right here. Bruins, when it comes to the remaining strength of schedule, this is courtesy of Tankathon, one of my favorites. Boston and Detroit both hold the Eastern Conference wildcard spots with 84 points each. The toughest remaining schedule, Bruins, Islanders, Blue Jackets, Flames, Canadians, Flyers. So that means Canadians, who beat you the other night, you're still in the running. Blue Jackets, you can beat them. Islanders, you're better than them. I get it. It's going to be tough the next 13 games. And maybe you guys have your doubts about Jeremy Swayman. Maybe you do. Or maybe it's Corpusalo. I'm just wondering where the buzz went. Again, 15 years I've worked at this radio station. I've worked them all. I was there when they gave up 2 goals against Chicago. I was there when they lost to the Blues. How many times I played that damn Elton John song? I guess that's why they call it the Blues. Where's the buzz? Brady in the car, Brady.
Hey, Joe. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey.
First, I just want to say everything you said is completely spot on. Where is the buzz for the Boston Bruins? They are right in a playoff berth as of today, like you said, and they're going to be fighting tooth and nail for a spot right down to the stretch. So all these games coming up are going to be just as important as they are in the playoffs. And they have buzz. I just don't think it's talked about enough. I think you have a second line, you have a star in Pastrnak. McAvoy's playing some of the best hockey he's played in the past 2-3 seasons. I wasn't a big Swayman guy, but I think after post-Olympics, he's been unbelievable. He's been one of the best goalies in the NHL, and for whatever reason, nobody wants to talk about it here in this town, and I don't get it.
I'm here for it, Brady. Appreciate you, bud. I'm here every night working the games. Again, Jake was in tonight. Skaz still on his Bayou bachelor party. I haven't checked in with him at all. Have you, Jake? I've seen his couple of posts about golfing and stuff. But we'll have to catch up with Skaz. We have a full show next Monday, so we'll have to catch up on it. But I kept saying to Jake, like, what do we got tonight? Like, what's going on? And the only thing I was hot on was the Bees. I was hot on the Bees all day. I did Nesson and talked Red Sox about, is it going to be Connolly early or Peyton Tolley? Right? Who's going to be their riser this year for the Red Sox? The Bruins are in a playoff hunt. They got a huge game tomorrow against Detroit. I'm excited for it, man. Something to do. I got big card shows all weekend long, but I want to watch the Bees game tomorrow. Hey, you want to talk about brackets? Hey, Miami of Ohio, does that excite you versus Tennessee getting blown out by 22? Got Brendan and Hudson. Brendan.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Hey, so huge hockey fan. I hear what you're saying. I would much rather watch a hockey game over Red Sox any day of the week. So it's just, for me, and been watching this for 40-plus years, it's just not an exciting team. Happy that where they are. Actually, I'm surprised at where they are, to be quite honest. They've done better than I thought they would. Yeah. But it's not, like when I texted my brother and brother-in-law like 4 times a day about this stuff. And I'm like, they have one elite forward. We all know who that is. So it's just, then you have the Zakas of the world, who I like, and Arvidssons and things of that nature. So in terms of, like, pulling me in, I'll never miss a game. But it's just, like, it's not exciting. It's like you can't help but think, all right, hope they get in, give us something to watch for, a couple weeks, ideally. But it's like, where are they going? And so then you think, if you're a long-term fan, you start thinking big picture. Yes, they have all these exciting prospects in Higgins, Letourneau, the kid out in North Dakota. But it's like, then you start thinking, it's like, well, by the time they get here, it's like, what's McAvoy and Pasternak in 3 years? Where are they going to be at? So it's just like, it seems like the timing is off for them to get to the next level. And so it's like kind of like a little bit of fool's gold, even though you love hockey. It's just like, of course you're going to buy in and watch it. But it's just like, you're trying to, like, stem the enthusiasm, because it's like sometimes you find yourself going, where are they going? It's like, then they got to, re-sign Arvidsson. He'll probably want 4 or 5, which he's making now. Re-sign Zaka, which I read somewhere may take 7+, which I love him, but he's not worth that. But the market's going to dictate that. And I'd rather take that money and go find another elite forward if it's possible. And so therein lies the frustration. And in closing, maybe you can tell, I am not a fan of Sweeney Neal, and I would love a refresh on that front.
Even but here's the deal: they're not the problem. Like you can't talk about the Bruins this year and mention Sweeney and Neely.
Yes, I can.
How? Why? They hired Marco Sturm, which was a good move. What else?
But I'll give you one you can chew on.
Go ahead.
I didn't think there'd be a worse contract after Backus. Well, we have one.
Is it
and it's going to be for 2031. No, Elias Lindholm.
Oh,
and when they signed him, the hockey pundits around the league
dude, he's
said,
not a problem. He's not a problem.
Well, he's not at 7.5. He's not adding shit.
I mean, up. I cut him off before he said it. Cut him off before he said it. No, you're good, Jake. We almost needed to dump him, but I got him. He doesn't like Elias Lindholm. Thinks it's I don't think we should talk about Neely or Sweeney at all when it comes to what we're watching with this team. And I know they built it.
How about you give Sturm some credit for what he's done?
I think Sturm has been. People thought that he was going to be the guy that they just had as a filler until they found the guy they wanted. Nope. He finds guys that he has relationships with, and they bring him in, and it works. It works. John's in the car. John.
Yeah. Good evening, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, you're talking about the buzz. There is a buzz out here. You guys just don't hear it. I've been a Bruins fan since '72, and it's like a quiet buzz. It's like a wait and see, because this year it seems like they've been very inconsistent. And they do have a good team. Their coach is great. I believe I heard it on your station that he should be up there for Coach of the Year.
Yep.
But there is a buzz out here. I think a lot of fans just don't want to jump on the bandwagon and get disappointed.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're hurt from the years past. That's exactly what I was saying. Thanks, John.
Joe, before this happened, what was the phone lines?
Nothing.
Just nothing.
There was nothing. Did you remember I was pissed? And you were like, Joe, that's kind of the point.
Absolutely.
And then I got mad about it.
And what I also said during the break was that couldn't you argue up until maybe last year that this is what the Red Sox were floating with in terms of just bordering on the irrelevant thought process that fans just are so tuned out and so aggravated with the front office and ownership that they just kind of say, hey, you know what? I don't really care about this anymore.
And kudos to the Patriots. It's why they needed to make the move right away and, bring in Mike Vrabel and pay the money in the offseason because they got that buzz. But it took the Red Sox to be serious about playing in October for people to start taking them seriously.
And I'll give the Bruins credit, too, for getting Sturman, and that seems like to be the right hire and everything he's done this year. But seems like the phone lines up until this very segment, Joe, hasn't reflected that.
Nothing. And listen, I'm on Nesson now, so I don't want you guys to think I'm Nesson Joe here trying to play the part of, the Bruins guy. But, last night was a good win. They have, 6 points this week? They have 84. They're on pace for 90, over almost 100 points. And I'm just wondering where the buzz is at. Phil's in Dedham. Phil.
Hey, I'm ready to talk some Bruins. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Joe, you've done a little bit of gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I don't do much. I mostly do golf. I'm kind of new to it. But I did actually pick them at the beginning of the season to make the playoffs. So I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. The only thing I'm concerned about is whether Tuca is going to be able to put a run together because he's never done it before.
Who?
Not Tuca. I'm sorry.
Yes, exactly. Exactly! This is my point! Tuca's gone! Marchand's gone! Bergeron and Jared, Krejci, and all the guys are gone. They're new faces. Get ready for Hoosty and Minty and Bothland Holmes and Pasta and Picky, right? Get the new names, everybody. They're new. Nobody likes no. That's why they stuck with the group for so long, Jake. That's why they hung around for years. We're knocking on the door for years because they kept it together. They got complacent. And when they had the best season ever, blow it. Tuca. Oh, that got me.
Kind of proving the point, Joe.
That's my point. I feel validated, damn it. Who else? This guy in Nova Scotia. You roll?
Hi.
What's up?
Rolly,
what's up?
first time caller, Joe. I heard your rant,
Thanks.
and I had to call in. I don't know if you know, but it's number 4's birthday today.
Bobby Orr.
Yeah. Anyway, he's the reason I'm a Bruin fan. I remember being a 9-year-old when they won the cup, thinking, "Oh, the glory! This is great!" And then, of course, I don't know if you know this either, but the Bruins, since Bobby Orr broke in, since about when they won the cup in 69-70, they've got the best overall record in the regular season. It's not particularly close, but you know what happens in the playoffs? That regularly finish with over 100 points, and then they gag. Let's face it, they gag. So you hit it right on the head when you said that everybody's thinking about the past, because that's what they do. They get into the playoffs, they finish with these great regular seasons. But once I like them to pull an LA King and just barely squeak into the playoffs and go all the way, because that's what LA did both times they won the cup. Wouldn't it be nice if they barely squeaked in and then went all the way? Because that's not what they do. They usually have a great regular season.
Former New England goaltender has done that before in the past, so maybe another one.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be nice if they just squeaked in and went a long ways? That would be nice. I'm holding out hope that happens. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Well, thank you for listening in Nova Scotia.
All right, have a good one.
You too. We're worldwide, baby. Worldwide. I know we're up against it, but I'm buzzing, baby. Let's buzz for the bees. We got Joe in Hanover.
Hey, Joe. So listen, it's threefold why there isn't a lot of buzz for the Bruins. One of which is no one has actual faith in Swayman. One of which is the Bruins did not invest in the roster, which made the fan base not invest in the team. And then the third thing is, if you have been watching games, we have been dropping 3-goal leads and just squeaking out with a point in overtime.
And have 84 points in our playoff team today.
Well, no. So
everything. Listen, everything you're saying. Go ahead. I'm putting all that past. If we just go to today, like people should watch tomorrow's game, dude. Like in a way, like you're trying to be like Joe. If you don't know, let me tell you. I already told you all that.
I didn't mean that at all.
I did take it that way. I'm not going to lie to you.
I apologize.
Thank you. It's okay. We're even.
So, but what we're even good. So but the thing is that those type of results, the investment in the roster, and also the wavering faith in we are taking a playoff run in, which is the goaltender, because the guys in front of them haven't actually been all that great, is something that will dilute a buzz for a playoff run. I want playoff hockey. I love playoff hockey, and I'm riding all the way till whenever we crash out. But that is something that's going to dull the buzz, and I will jump off right now and let you rant, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think that maybe is what's upsetting me. I got my issues with Jeremy Swayman, too. Smartest guy in the room, right? All that. He's been a good goaltender this year, and I think Sturm has protected him. I really do. But now he's going to have to play 3 games in a row, and we know how that goes, right? Guys, isn't this what you wanted? For all you, like, Swayman haters, I forget the word we use on Nesson. Swayman something. We have a Swayman angle that we use. But for all, like, these Swayman people, isn't this what you want? 13 games to go to make a playoff spot. If he fails, you crush him, right? If he wins, are you going to tip your cap? Are you not going to watch anymore? Like, here you go. Start sharpening your knives. Get your napkin ready and your bib. It's time to eat. It's time to watch if Jeremy Swayman's the guy or not. And I think should be the buzz. And to the caller's last point, it is about who's in front of both Korpisalo and who is in front of Swayman, because that really is what it's been about. I think they can win games with Korpisalo. Yeah, I don't love his contract, don't get me wrong, and I've been saying for years I think DiPietro should be the guy. With 13 games, you're not making any moves with that. You need Jeremy Swayman here. And for the haters, you have a chance to watch. If he falls on his face, you can call this show. I will take every single call of yours. But at the same time, give him his respect and his flowers. He's been really good this year. All right, we got to take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. You'll get a headline 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Celtics playing Memphis tonight. Clean injury report. We'll get all the coverage beginning at 7:30 with the tip-off just after 8 o'clock. They have flexed the Hornets game that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll tell you the date on that in just a little bit. At the NCAA tournament today, Utah State takes down Villanova. Kentucky with an overtime win over Santa Clara. Texas Tech, Alabama, Virginia, Iowa State, and Arizona. Tennessee all
the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you. 'Cause that's where the ranger's gonna be.
We lost a good one today. I mean, I always wondered if Chuck Norris, went to the Virgin Islands, they would be named just the islands. There was always things about Chuck Norris. That one got you, huh?
That was a good one, Joe.
I got to give credit to somebody else on that one. But it was always like, if Chuck Norris got into the fight, Chuck Norris always won. And I will say Chuck Norris did win at life today, but he passed away at the age of 86. And that's a tough one. Great life, 86. The guy was still making movies. He was still athletic. I'll never forget the Super Kicks video game, the Super Kicks movie, right in my wheelhouse. But when I really got to learn more about Chuck Norris, it was Bruce Lee. Him and Bruce Lee, dude. That's some old 70s stuff. When I say old, I apologize. But the 70s stuff. What was the David Carradine? He just passed too, right? Oh my God. Jake told me that Chuck Norris was also a country star. And when you were like, hey, what do you want coming back? I said, hey, how about just Walker, Texas? So Chuck Norris could do it all, huh?
Not a one-trick pony. He was a Swiss Army knife.
Man, he was huge in the 80s, dude. Like when you think about all the, like Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? Steven Seagal. And again, I loved Bruce Lee, but Chuck Norris was the biggest. Chuck Norris was in WWE once, I remember. But I think it was the 90s. What did he do with what did he do? People called him the blonde Bruce Lee. Yeah, he was in Dirty Harry, right? I'm trying to think of some of the other sidekicks I loved. Hellbound, Top Dog, Forest Warrior in 96. Just a tough one today. Yeah, 1994 edition of WWE. He was in Survivor Series. He was the special enforcer between The Undertaker and Yokozuna. It was a casket match. And Chuck Norris gave a roundhouse kick to Jeff Jarrett, who interfered in the fight. JEFF, JARRETT. And that was a good one. I remember that. He was him and Christy Brinkley were in all those awesome fitness commercials. Anyways, I did see here though that Chuck Norris has a movie coming out, a film. It's called Zombie Plane, and it was Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice. Now I need to see it. So anyways, just wanted to pay homage to one Chuck Norris, who passed away today at the age of 86. And this hour of the Sports Hub is brought to you by our good friends, because, of course, they are our good friends. Over at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. People are sending me stuff that I just said. I'm Joe Murray, and of course, I'm ahead of the game as always here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray.
Yeah, I'm at the NCAA tournament. Tennessee, Arizona, Iowa State, Virginia, Alabama, Texas, Kentucky, all advance. One upset today, though. Utah State took down Villanova. Iowa and Clemson just underway. Later on tonight, St. John's. You got UCF in UCLA. And number 1 seed Florida, which takes on Prairie View A&M at 9:25. UConn, 10 o'clock tonight versus Furman. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends because, of course, they are our good friends. Super Service today, with the rapid snow melting, could cause your basement to take on water. You got to call Super Service today for an immediate basement protection inspection. Their trained technicians will find the cost-effective solution to keep your home safe and your basement dry. And what's up at your sub pump? Is it good? Give them a call day or night. Always done right. Contact superservicetoday.com. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update during Celtics pregame.
This is what happens when analysts take over the game, take over the sport.
This is where you talk sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub.
Felger and Maz are just his pregame.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Outside today, just under 60 degrees. I think it was 57 on my ride in today. So I drove by the Charles on my way in. I feel like the seasonal effect kicked in today for me, Jake.
Did you take the Freedom Trail too? A little sightseeing over there for you?
Well, we do these scenics during Boston Has Entered the Chat. If you want to watch it, it's at 4:00 on Nesson every day. And I was on today, and we got nice scenics. You know what I thought about today was the guys who row on Charles River. You ever see the rowers? Kind of reminds me of the guys from the Facebook movie. What was that called? You never saw the Facebook movie, dude?
Oh, yes, I have actually. The Social Network.
Yeah,
right?
Social Network.
Yes,
it's a good one.
When you said Facebook movie, I was just thinking of like a movie in general because I don't do movies.
Remember the Winklevoss kids?
No,
man,
I don't do movies, Joe.
So all that Chuck Norris there, nothing.
I actually didn't even know he was in Dirty Harry until you said it. And Dirty Harry is one of my favorite movies. Sorry, out on movies.
Out on movies, huh? Someone checked in. Hey, Joe, the haters can be called the Swayters. Where was the buzz for the bees? That's what we started the show with tonight. I went on a rant, and then everybody called, and now we're all good. But 13 games to go. Big game tomorrow against Detroit, battling for a playoff spot. They got a second line. Their goalie's playing well. They got a coach. They got young guys coming up and down whenever they want. Pasternak scoring. Geeky scoring. Like McAvoy's playing for his life. Even Mason Lowry's playing better. No buzz. No buzz at all. You know what does have buzz, though? People want to talk A.J. Brown constantly. I don't know if I can. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if I can do A.J. Brown talk till June 1st. I just don't know if I can. But I got the sniffer out. Something doesn't smell right. What I saw today was a video of Patriots safety Kevin Byard working out with Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown today. Now, they are former teammates. They played together in Tennessee. They both know Mike Vrabel. And maybe it's not uncommon for certain athletes to work out together in the offseason. But seeing Kevin Byard, who just signed with the Patriots, with A.J. Brown, who is linked to the Patriots, it's smelly. And I've heard the term before where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's something that's smelly and it smells and you go to find it, sometimes it's not good. Sometimes it's not good. I would love A.J. Brown in the New England Patriots. I think A.J. Brown would bring a lot of intangibles outside of his ability. Being a champion, being the main guy in a room, working, losing a Super Bowl and telling a team what it's like to come back and win another Super Bowl and come back after that. There's a lot of intangibles. But there's a lot of just other stuff going on that I just, you feel, I don't want to call it collusion or other things, but like, if he plays for another team and there's all this talk about, yesterday we get Scoops B telling us that the trade's already been done. I just hope there's no trade gate or anything else. But the sniffer is out on the A.J. Brown thing. And it's been out for a while. I'm just wondering if he's trying to force the hand. And if that's the case, do the players always win in the NFL? Because I'll say this. In the NBA, if Giannis wants out, you try to find him a trade. And they're still trying to do that. They want to get him to an extension this year. But like in the NBA, whenever a player wanted out, generally it works. Does it always work in the NFL, though? Because it does. I feel like it doesn't. Or it doesn't always go their way. And now that it's like all this talk about the Patriots, they're interested in AJ Brown. What if another team just comes in and swoops up on him? And the Eagles don't want to do business with the Patriots anymore because he's working out with Kevin Byard in the offseason. And Julian Edelman's sending out wink emojis of AJ Brown. It stinks. It's smelly. It seems too good to be true at this point. And that's why I got the sniffer out. Sometimes when it smells and it stinks, it's not what you want. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. I did put this in our rundown that I sent to Jake earlier today. Patriots are spending some money. They've been slinging that cash. Remember, that's what Gerard Mayo said a couple of years ago. But according to Over the Cap, the Pats at 6th overall in total cash spending to open the market this year. You can read this article over at 985thesportshub.com. They're 8th in total guarantees, 6th in fully guaranteed money, and 10th in first-year cash. Now, it doesn't always work when you're the top-ranked team with spending, right? The Titans, Raiders, Colts, Commanders, Panthers, all those teams spend a lot of money. Patriots are right there. And for the people who say, they don't spend money, they don't do this. Unfortunately, that is false this year. 617-779-0985. We got Joey in Kingston. Hey, Joey.
How you doing, Joe?
I'm good.
No, listen, I'm pretty happy so far what they've done so far in free agency. And you just mentioned A.J. Brown. I'd like to see him on the team. So, and they've got the money. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that salary cap, but I kind of think it's an imaginary line. But I'd like to see A.J. Brown on this team. But before I get to Chuck Norris, I've been on the road all day and, pretty much listen to sports. Joe, do you remember what happened 6 years ago today?
Ooh. Well, I know a year ago today the Celtics ownership changed. Well, I mean, is it COVID related?
Well, no, wait, 6 years ago today. I'll get to it.
Is it COVID related?
Yes. Well, COVID officially started, and just kind of things really changed with that. Tom Brady officially signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, I thought that was St. Patrick's Day.
I thought that was...
It was this week,
anyway,
Joe. It was this week. I got it. 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was this week. And basically, the door was closed. Tom Brady was not coming back through that door to Foxborough, which was... I did not think that was going to happen, and that was just a bad day in this history. So, but when you mentioned Chuck Norris, because like I said, I was driving, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, because I was,
when I was a young kid in Quincy in like 1980, 81, when the movies would come out, I used to go to this place called the Strand Theater. And I go with my buddies. We'd sneak. One guy would get in and then open the back door. We all sneak in. And then like a Chuck Norris movie. And then afterwards, you always go outside and you try to pretend you're him. You start like trying to kick each other and doing a roundhouse kick. But one of the funniest things I ever heard, Joe, when I went to college and I had this geeky, nerdy statistics professor. And all of a sudden he asked the question, all these, crazy math questions. He goes, what can you divide by 0? And the answer to that is nothing. And when someone said that, he goes, Chuck Norris can divide it. And I never forgot that. I like this guy.
That's funny.
Good like stuff.
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, but I'm on my way home.
What are you eating tonight?
And tonight is takeout, Friday night usually. My wife's sick. My son just had his wisdom teeth out yesterday, so I'm solo. I'm going to get just going to go to A3 Pasta Palm. After I get off the phone with you, I'm going to order it and just get just a plain cheese pizza. Good pizza down there.
That's weak.
You got to make your way down there, Joe.
A plain cheese, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that hungry, but
a plain
sometimes I just like a nice
cheese?
Plain cheese. Yeah,
I can understand a slice being a plain cheese, but a pie.
Well, you know what? If the family wasn't sick, Joe, I'd be making my way to the Black Raspberry and getting pies. And if you order 3, you get a free one, a 4th one for free, and we all get different ones. But I don't know, yeah, just tonight I'm like, all right, I guess I'm solo. I'm just going to get a plain pizza, and it's easy to eat for breakfast in the morning too. Joe, by the way, I spent a lot of time in your neck of the woods the past 2 weeks. I was on Poplar Street.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
And it's all been kind of early morning stuff, so I never made it to that cafe you suggested, just because it was all early. I was out of town, before 10 a.m. But I looked at the menu, and that was good stuff.
It's a great. Now, if you want to get a plain cheese, that's the place to get a plain cheese.
Well, I checked out their menu, and that's what I was looking at, the pizza. And I'm like, I'm going to be leaving before 10. They open at like 11, so I never made it there. So next time I'm in town, if it's later, I'm going to go there.
That was my neighborhood. I live North Shore.
No, it was. Nice neighborhood.
I used to walk up
kind of
and
like
down
where I
those
grew
streets.
up, Joe.
Yeah, it was the city. It's changed. It's hard to live over there these days. The prices in Boston have gone way up.
Well, where I grew up, too, has changed, too, brother.
Yeah. All right, Joey.
That's life.
Enjoy that pizza.
All right, good time
are you
to
going to fold the pizza, too? You like a fold?
So, you know what I saw last night? What was it? Some guy put one slice on top of another, and that's the way he ate it. And I'm like, I might try that.
All right, buddy. We'll try to eat that tonight.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you calling. Jake, I'll ask you a question. I know we're up against it. We have Celtics talk to get to. I watched this video, and they would give this person like a piece of pizza. And they say, if you can eat this slice of pizza in 3 bites, I'll give you $20. Do you think you could eat a slice of pizza in 3 bites?
Absolutely, Joe. Without question.
So I do too. But I watched multiple people attempt it. And I didn't like their strategy, to be honest with you. Now, could I stuff a whole pizza in my mouth and push it in? Absolutely, I could. But I was thinking maybe I would roll it from the crust in, like roll it from the crust all the way to the front and eat it in probably 2 bites.
Is that considered cheating with PEDs?
It's no.
I don't know. I mean, you're changing the form of the.
Eat the slice in 3 bites. Does it matter how the slice is rolled? Does it matter how it's positioned?
I don't know. That sounds like cheating to me, Joe.
It's
on baseball. If you got a cork bat,
gamesmanship.
You hit a home run. Does it count?
Yeah, but I'm not corking anything. All I'm doing is wrapping the dough.
Or look at the Yankees this year with their bats, or last year with their bats.
Doesn't matter. I'm wrapping
they changed
dough.
the bat and they got in trouble for it.
I'm wrapping dough. I'm wrapping the pizza you gave me with no extracurriculars. So what would you fold it and eat it?
I think you got to fold it. Yeah.
I think
the tough part would be the crust.
I think the fold's the problem.
But it all depends on.
I think
the
you
first
need
bite.
to get middle, one side of crust, second side of crust, 3 bites.
You compare it to football. On first down, you just got to get some yards, set yourself up for a manageable second down. That's what you have to do in that first bite when you have that pizza.
The second down, you need a big. You need a big first. You need exactly. Yeah. We can try it some night. The 3-bite $20 challenge. We should do that on the night show.
It's like a good sponsorship idea.
I think I could do it. Yes.
I think you definitely could, without a doubt.
I think it could be a great sponsorship opportunity. I don't know if a Frank Pepe's we could do in 3 bites, though. That's a big boy.
Well, that's like delicacy, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta cherish it a little
bit.
Enjoy it.
Anyways, well, I'm hungry now. We'll take a quick break. We'll get a little bit of green talk next here on the Sports Hub. Money! Money, 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 money!
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.
20 this year. They are 7th in the NBA with per assist, though. Cam Spencer, remember him? Celtics, good road team, 22-13. They average 114 points on the year, and they beat their opponents on the road this year by 7.4 points per game. That's Joe Math. Second time they meet this year. Celtics won the last meeting 131-95. That was 36 points. Peyton Pritchard had 24. So, Jake, who covers the team and writes about them, anything to look for tonight in the game?
I think just overarching theme from this show is this is 1 year since Bill Chisholm bought the team. We're writing an article on this for 95thesportshub.com. And just imagine where this team was a year ago. We thought that they were going to win a second title, and then those kind of aspirations came crashing down when Tatum went down with his Achilles injury, and it seemed like the window was shut, at least for this season. Maybe it could reopen in the next season or the following one after that. And here we are on March 20th, right before a Celtics game, saying that they could go to the NBA Finals of the Eastern Conference.
Oh, I think
that's incredible.
I don't want to hear anyone say path stuff. Like, think about this, right? They get Memphis tonight, should be a win. You're going to get Minnesota at home without Ant Edwards, right? You'll play Atlanta. Charlotte, they move the game time on a Sunday. You'll have Atlanta, Miami, Milwaukee on the road. 3 road games. You'll have a back-to-back in there, too. Charlotte, Atlanta, so you might miss Tatum one of those nights. But that's what I wanted to bring up. You have Memphis tonight and then Minnesota Sunday. You don't play until Wednesday against Oklahoma City at home. So you're not sitting Tatum, right? Yeah, you're going to play him full barrel. I thought that, too. But the rest of the schedule, if we go from there, after the 4-game road trip where it ends in Milwaukee, it's Toronto, Charlotte, at New York, April 9th, New Orleans, Orlando. Dude, they're going to roll. They should be the number 1 seed without Cade Cunningham now. You're right. After selling the team, losing to the New York Knicks in the playoffs, Tatum getting hurt, blowing up a championship roster, having your struggles early on, then you had your trade deadline. You get Tatum back, and now you're the favorites to go to the from the East to go to the finals. It's been a wild year, and that's why I can't accept path talk this year. If it's easy, fine. If it's easy, fine. Nothing was easy about this season, Jake. Nothing.
Isn't that what we talk about with the Patriots, though? Nothing about last season was easy for the Patriots in terms of the offseason, getting all the right players. They were expected to be barely a playoff team at best. The next thing you know, they go to the Super Bowl. And I know it's not apples and you're kind of comparing apples and oranges there because the Celtics had the aspirations last year and they fell short, and it didn't think you were going to happen this year, and here they are. But can't you make the same path? When the Patriots got to the playoffs and we started to see all the teams they were playing, it was, okay, the Patriots need to go to the Super Bowl because of the path and the teams that they have in front of them.
I think it's hard. Apples and oranges, Patriots and Celtics are different. You have Tatum and Brown. The Pats don't have that.
They didn't have 2 young outcoming stars. You're right about that. But just in the sense of the narrative changing.
Like, it could have been just like the Celtics going to the finals before and losing. Like I'm saying, it's hard for me to... I understand the Western Conference is going to be tough. I think Wemby still has to prove he can do it. Jokic wants to be back. He's got Murray. And OKC's loaded. But it's hard to win back-to-back in that league, dude. There's been 7 different champions the last 7 years for a reason. So I'm just saying, I think the Celtics have a good chance just as anybody else. I think it's Spurs, OKC, Celtics right now, if you ask me.
I would agree with that.
And I think they could beat the Spurs if they really had to.
The only team that I wouldn't put the Celtics over in a 7-game series right now would be OKC.
OKC. In Denver, I'd wonder about a 7-game series.
Denver and San Antonio, you think about it, like that could be really close. OKC is on a different...
But in the East, who is it?
Them. It's just the Celtics.
Detroit was good, and no doubt. They beat them 3 times.
Yeah, but Detroit reminds me of that typical NBA team that does really good in the regular season and then struggles or kind of comes to a halt once the playoff comes around.
But this is why you have Tatum and Brown. When you have those 2 guys on a team, you have a chance to go every single year. I've been waiting to say that for a long time.
What was the line last year? Just roll over and quit? That's what they made teams do?
They made everyone tap out.
Tap out.
So, and you know what? They beat everyone to a championship. It was an easy path, right? The championship still counts, right? Still counts. All right. we'll hand things over to Grandy and Max. Thanks to Jake. So I'll be with you guys between the game, halftime, post-game. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Full show on Monday as well. For Jake Seymour, I'm Joe Murray. Stay tuned. We got Boston Celtics basketball, and it's coming up next right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
This is Boston's home for sports. It's the flagship station of the Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting.
This is Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen left-hand dribble drive, pulls up at the dotted line, floats it up, it rattles home, and Jaylen Brown has his 50-point game against Kawhi and the Clippers in L.A. Jalen, right-hand dribble, into the paint, goes to Derek White, who steps back into the corner for three. Moving and grooving.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Jalen forces it up over C. He tied it. He did it. Jaylen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three and